happened. They say the dog lived on this side of the duplex behind me. On the other side is where the family that was attacked lives. Neighbors say that this dog, what happened next, was awful.
I still keep seeing it in my head, like I still keep seeing our legs and what they look like.
Heather Conley lives just down the street from where this gruesome attack happened. She and her neighbors say they heard horrific screaming and came out to find a teenage girl pinned to the ground by a pit bull.
And the first blood spot's right here. He had her on the tar where it's still wet from washing all the blood off.
Kaylee Hagan, who you see here and is a mom herself, called 911 and tried with other neighbors to get the dog to stop biting.
My wonderful neighbor across the street came over and got the dog off of her. The mother helped get her in the house and wrap her leg and everything else. All my other neighbors by then were down here and out.
Alicia Mitchell, mother of the two bitten girls, lost track of the number of staples put in her leg after she was bitten and taken to the hospital with her children. She says this pit bull has been a problem in the neighborhood before. She's relieved the police are investigating and says eventually she may forgive the dog's owner.
It ain't gonna do me any good to want to beat him up or anything. That's not gonna prove anything. That's not gonna take the pain and the wounds away from my daughters or me.
And while Alicia Mitchell says that she may forgive the dog's owner, she does not want the dog to come back to this neighborhood. She says a number of small children live here and that they'd be in danger if that happened, Clay and Lindsay.
All right, Dustin, we'll have a lot more on the story throughout the next hour and a half right here in your local news. Updates on the story, though, are available 24/7 over on our website and our mobile app. Lindsay?
All right, how about this for a Westworld reference? Are we stuck in a muggy loop? I don't like getting stuck in a loop.
I tried, wait, is that the Wild West one?
Yes.
I tried like one episode of that. I couldn't get into it.
I'm surprised you don't like that show.
I know, it was like a little crude for me. Isn't that shocking?
Really?
I know.
That is shocking.
See,
You
Lindsay
guys heard
seems
it
all
here with
nice,
me.
but she's the one watching that stuff. No, that's all right. Maybe I'll give it another shot. Everybody raves about it, but the first episode just wasn't doing it for me. All right, here's a look at the radar. We got some showers moving in over western and southern Maine and into New Hampshire, some heavier downpours in there. Haven't seen much in the way of lightning detected with this. Wouldn't shock me if you heard a rumble here or there, but for the most part, it's just been rain that's been moving in, and it will move across much of the state through the rest of tonight. It's juicy out there. Dew points getting higher in the upper 60s to low 70s, and Freiburg at 71 for a dew point. And that humidity just increases through the day tomorrow. So showers continue tonight. A few thunderstorms in there. Northern Maine probably stays dry through most of the night. Now tomorrow we start with a good deal of cloud cover, even some fog, but we burn all this off in the middle part of the day, and that'll set us up for a very hot day. Here's what I'm thinking for temperatures tomorrow: 90 in Portland, 91 in Sanford, 88 in Wiscasset. And guys, this is not a dry heat. Dew points will still be in the 70s, so pretty hot tomorrow afternoon.
All right, Keith, thank you for that. Appreciate it. Well, one could describe this Instagram with the label Summer Fail. This video of 4 women on a Casco Bay buoy is making the rounds right now. The girls are waving and laughing, and then the buoy almost tips over, plunging the women onto what can only be imagined as a pretty cold bay. Keith, how cold do you think the bay is right now?
Where is this? This is
Casco
Maine?
Bay.
Oh, I'm sorry, 66, 67.
66 degrees there.
Yeah.
Wow. Nice dip there. Some questionable decisions here, but a few of the comments caught our eye online. Some are saying that this is actually against the law, so we're going to verify this for you. Our source is Kevin Battle, the Portland Harbor Master. He says, yes, this is criminal trespassing. Not only that, it's extremely dangerous. Battle says it wasn't long ago that someone was on a buoy, slipped, hit their head, and then died. And it could be putting fishermen at risk too. If there's too much weight on the buoys, it could drag the markers off their station, so the buoys aren't in the right spots to guide the boats. So we can verify this isn't just a bad idea, it's against the law, which is why we blurred out those women's faces. Lindsay?
All right, Clay, thanks. Dozens of entrepreneurs from Maine and New England are left scrambling. Members of Food Fork Lab found out this week that the Portland location is closing next month, and some say it appears its parent company, Pilot Works, knew this was happening weeks before they made the announcement.
Started doing custom flavors, and soon everybody wanted some.
Jacqueline Dole is the creator of Parlor Ice Cream Company and is one of nearly 40 entrepreneurs blindsided by the closing of Fork Food Lab. It's a shared kitchen space in Portland where members pay a fee to use the commercial kitchen space and storage before they secure funding to hopefully open their own restaurant, bakery, deli, or in Dole's case, an ice cream shop.
Seems like they may have known about this for maybe a month before they chose to share the news with us.
The parent company, Pilot Works, is shutting down the Paris Street location at the end of September. In this email to members, it also provides a link to an FAQ form, and that's where Dole says she found a discrepancy.
They just said, you know, over the next 12 weeks, we'll be guiding you through the process. It's not 12 weeks until shutdown from the date that we found out the news. So I did call that attention to their attention, and they edited it. So.
An exact reason for the closure is unclear. In an email response to News Center Maine, Pilot Works CEO Zach Ware said, quote, operating sustainably was not feasible long term. When asked for further clarification, Ware did not respond by our deadline. Ware said Pilot Works will continue to invest in other locations in New York City, Chicago, and Dallas, adding Food Fork Lab members have the option to transfer.
It was at Fork Food Lab where two people with a love for delicious whoopie pies and coffee had the dream of joining forces and opening one spot together. 2 years later, that dream is now reality, but they say the timing is bittersweet.
And I feel just sick about it because it so easily could have been me.
Before Marsha Wiggins opened Cape Whoopies in May at the same location as Rwanda Bean Company in South Portland, she was making her favorite treats from scratch all hours of the night at the Fork Food Lab. It cut her costs and helped her get her product into big grocery stores as well as mom and pop shops.
Boom, more business for you, making your way to the point where you can move out, borrow the money, make your own place, and move on.
This could be the right segue.
Dole is using the closure as an opportunity to find her own space. It's been a year since she relocated from Boston to Portland to utilize the Fork Food Lab.
Things never happen when you expect them to, but that doesn't necessarily make it a bad thing.
Now, Fork Food Lab first opened in 2016, and its founders sold it to the New York-based Food Works, which is now Pilot Works, in June of 2017.
Well, Parts Unknown will return for a final season this fall. How they will finish the travel show without its star, Anthony Bourdain.
And can Congress stop misinformation from spreading or stop it from spreading on social media? Apparently, they are going to try. It's all good. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
What's going on? What's it going on? Jesse says, love the coffee and whoopies at Cape Whoopies. I know. It just, when you walk into that building, that was my first time going there. I've driven by it a million times. It just, the smell is like, it smells like happiness.
Speaking of coffee, you're not going to believe this, what I forgot today.
What?
I forgot to drink coffee today.
You haven't had a sip of coffee today?
Not today.
Good for you. You're going to sleep like a baby tonight.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it to the 11 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to
That'd
probably
be an
stop and
issue.
get some. Maybe head over to Rwanda Bean. That sounds good.
So Phyllis says their son was attacked by a German Shepherd when he was young. So sorry to hear about that.
Seriously.
Donna says some dogs look like pit bulls, but they're not pit bulls. And Sheila says it's the person that owns the dogs. Dogs are... Okay. Sorry, Rachel was talking to us in our ear. Sheila says it's the person that owns the dogs. Dogs are what they are taught to be. Educate yourself, people. Stacy says probably not even a pit bull, but nonetheless glad everyone is safe. So this is obviously the pit bull conversation we hear often, not just in Maine, it happens everywhere. And I feel like I have a new perspective on it because it's not for sure that she is one, but when we rescued Lucy, the paperwork has her listed as a black lab retriever mix, but every time someone sees her, they say she's got pit bull in her because of her face.
Part pit.
Part pit, but I mean, we don't really know. We didn't do any of the DNA testing or anything like that, so who knows? But I don't know, I just feel like I have like a, now we're raising her from like puppy stages to be, you know, a big dog someday. I don't know, I have a new perspective on the whole debate.
Speaking of debates, another debate, someone just posted, Kevin is from New Jersey. He says he prefers a cannoli over a whoopie pie any day.
Oh, okay,
know.
people in Maine are not going to like that. I agree with that statement.
You do?
I would take a cannoli over a whoopie pie. Yeah. But
can't we have both?
I was going to say, if the option were to have both, then that would be the best option. So yeah.
All right, so guys, we're about 5 seconds away. We'll be back with you in a sec. Christina Rex is watching. Hey, K-Rex.
Hey, K-Rex. K-Rex, your project is still in there from last week in the project folder. It made me so sad when I made my story project today.
The final season of Anthony Bourdain's Parts Unknown will premiere on CNN this fall, according to the Los Angeles Times. The culinary TV star died in June from an apparent suicide. One episode is already done, but 4 more have yet to be edited. CNN's vice president tells the LA Times the last few episodes will be a slightly different style.
All right, here's a look at some of the posts Facebook is taking down because the company believes it's part of a coordinated effort to influence our politics. Facebook says none of the IP addresses trace back to Russia, but it is calling the posters inauthentic users. And social media and politics is a big discussion after, of course, that 2016 election.
Yeah, Congress is talking about it too. They're trying to get any potential meddling under control as the 2018 midterms approach quickly. NBC's Nikki Carvajal reports.
A day after Facebook revealed a covert effort to pit American voters against each other, the Senate is trying to stop Russia and other countries from meddling in this fall's elections.
It's very concerning and damning. It looks like they've doubled down rather than backing off.
We have to find a means not only of identifying these efforts, but countering them as well.
At a hearing today on foreign efforts to influence social media, lawmakers criticized Facebook and other companies for not doing more.
This issue goes far beyond elections. We're fighting for the integrity of our society.
It's a problem that may be even worse than Facebook publicly revealed. NBC News uncovered deleted pages that went even deeper to stoke racial tension, often targeting African American and Hispanic communities. And cyber experts say it's just a fraction of the attacks ramping up on all platforms.
It's so really difficult to quantify in any meaningful way the reach of these activities because this is across the entire ecosystem.
Congress wants answers from the social media companies.
They owe it to the American people to communicate clearly and transparently what they view their role to be.
A role no clearer now than it was in 2016, but more urgent than ever with the next election less than 100 days away. Now, Facebook says it's using a team of humans and artificial intelligence to help combat those fake profiles. Nikki Carvajal, NBC News, Washington.
Maine Senator Angus King wanted all the experts on the record saying the effort to misinform the American people is still happening. Hear from him tonight ahead on News Center Maine at 5:30.
Yeah, but perhaps the easiest way to protect yourself from misinformation on Facebook is to get off the book altogether, or at least part of your time.
Or wait till our show's over.
Yes, of course, ironically, or watch on YouTube. Facebook is going to help you do that. You could set a time limit for yourself, and then the Instagram or Facebook app will alert you when you've spent too much time scrolling. We've all been there before. The time management tools will roll out to users in the next 2 weeks.
All right, speaking of social media, if you have a kid applying to college, telling them to turn their Instagram to private actually might be a bad thing to advise them.
They may share some things that give you a little more insight into their background creatively.
Hear directly from the admissions counselors next.
And we should avoid the severe storms to our south, but there is some rain in Keith's forecast when we come back.
I had to say that out loud, but in my head to understand what that meant. I know, Keith, all these parent stories. You ought to listen up now. All right, let's see what's going on, everybody.
I'm excited about this next story. Did you see this one? J-Lo's pants?
No, I haven't seen this.
Jennifer Lopez. Lopez. Oh, I like that.
That was good.
Oh, we gotta coin that. That was not intentional, but I will take credit for that.
Okay, so what's up with Jennifer Lopez?
You're gonna see a picture of her, and it appears that her pants fell down. It's
That's hysterical.
Yeah. Have you seen this?
I know.
Yeah.
That's
no,
great.
yeah. That was completely intentional.
Oh, wait, those boots.
No.
Hey, Liam,
Yes.
can I bug you for
Yes.
something? Our friends on Facebook are asking about the dog story. Can you post the link to the web story in our comments? Guys, Liam, our savior, is posting the website link in the comment section right now on our Facebook live stream for the dog story.
Because
a lot of you guys are asking about it. Rick says he missed the dog biting thing, what happened, and a lot of you guys are still actually talking about it. So stand by. That link's coming. Thanks, Liam. Wait, okay, so
it appears there's a picture floating around the internet where it looks like J-Lo's pants fell off.
You can't believe everything you see on the
Well,
internet.
you're going to believe it when you actually take a closer look at this picture. I had to look at it twice.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this safe for air?
I'll let you know after it airs. Has anyone at home seen that picture?
I haven't.
Okay.
Sure. Do you know what story that's regarding? What story is that regarding?
There's a tennis player that lost his cool, broke his racket.
Oh.
We want to know how you would handle that with your kids.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you guys are talking about?
Yeah, it'll be coming up.
You guys know this. I'm a field hockey coach for Maine Sticks. We just finished our season.
Very strict coach.
No. We're going to be talking about sportsmanship coming up. So, okay, let me ask you guys this. What does sportsmanship mean to you? It can mean like so many different things, right? So, what does it mean to you? We'll explain why we're asking that in a little bit.
Think about it. We'll get back to you. All right, here comes the J-Lo pick. Get ready. Okay, what does this look like to you? It kind of looks like Jennifer Lopez's pants are falling down. What were we saying?
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer Lopez. God, we'd love that. Well, this photo of J-Lo is making the rounds on Twitter because it's not very flattering. The best part, these boots, take a close look, they're boots, are the new Versace collection, so you know they're not cheap.
It's an optical illusion. It really is.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, it kind of reminds me when I used to have my turnout gear with my fire boots. We'd keep it around the boots, and then you pull them up quick.
So that's like J-Lo's turnout gear.
Yeah, that's J-Lo's turnout gear.
When she turns up on
thanks,
a Tuesday.
Keith. There you are.
Oh, is there a camera there?
There was. Welcome. He's walking over because he's interested. He wants to see more about the Jennifer Lopez pants.
Actually, he already has those boots. We got them from Paula. They're not even for sale yet. That's Keith Carson.
He has his
for you.
ways.
All right. For years, the mantra when it came to social media was lock it down. Everything private, only for your close friends, because we thought our online personas could keep us from, winning that promotion or getting into college.
But now college admissions departments are flipping the script, saying your Instagram or Facebook can show off your creative side. Kendall Morris reports from Charlotte.
Back when I was applying to colleges, Facebook had only been around a couple of years. But now students have the world at their fingertips and the ability to post anything that could have a negative or positive effect on their chances of getting into the college of their choice.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It's all out there for the world to see. That includes the admissions offices at colleges across the country.
The fact that a student has a social media profile is something that they can either share or could be shared on their behalf, whether they like that or not.
Claire Kirby is the director of admissions at UNC Charlotte, overseeing thousands of applications from college hopefuls every year. She says social media is not an official part of the admissions process, but students' profiles can help separate them from the stack.
If they're applying for one of our creative programs, they may share video of them in a competition, or they may share some things that give you a little more insight into their background creatively.
April Smith, president and founder of Social 8 Marketing, says students should first do a social media cleanse before applying to college.
And delete any content that is offensive or would be inappropriate. So no curse words, no photos with alcohol, things like that.
Smith then encourages students to make their accounts public to showcase their portfolio or personality.
I think creativity goes a long way. Also being able to show work ethic, any kind of volunteer efforts that you've also done, it would be really helpful.
Academic qualifications will always come first at UNC Charlotte, but the admissions office says potential students should keep their goals in mind when posting online.
I just encourage students to always think about what they're sharing and what the impact of that could be down the road.
All right, while we're on the college beat, more are following Bates and Bowdoin and eliminating standardized test scores. This summer, the University of Chicago and Ball State announcing SAT or ACT scores would not be required. Some say eliminating scores boost diversity, while others say SATs are the best indicator of academic success. I would have loved to apply for college without needing an SAT or an ACT score.
Didn't like the pressure?
No.
I was like the opposite. My grade point average was not amazing, but I was good at those.
Okay.
That's kind of my life MO. I just want to show up.
Yeah.
I just want to show up at the time I need to show up.
You like getting a look at the numbers.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have gotten into college without it, but it is an interesting concept. Like 4 years should probably be worth more than the whatever 2 hours it takes.
Sure.
But that's neither here nor there. I'll do some weather. I walked in front of your shot.
In terms of temps?
They're warm.
Okay.
They're warm. Do you see that thing on Twitter? Everybody go.
Yes.
I tried to just tell them it was warm and Caribou, and they got all upset about it. They get all upset about it. Yeah. We'll do a braindrops on chart reading. That'll be our next one. Could be a long braindrops. All right. Showers and storms moving in from New Hampshire right now. You know, there's not a ton of lightning with these. You look at an echo like this and you would think there's some lightning to be had, but it's not showing up on the network. So it's possible we have a few strikes of lightning coming into Wakefield here and eventually into northwestern parts of York County. It's juicy out there though, so any of these showers and storms have the potential to put down quite a bit of heavy rainfall with dew points in the upper 60s and low 70s. And it's the beginning of a stretch in which will be 70 plus in the dew point for the next few days and really into the weekend. So that soupy air isn't going anywhere soon. You can see that cluster of showers and storms moving off to the north and east through tonight into Augusta here around 11 o'clock. Getting into down East Maine around 2, 3 in the morning is just a few sprinkles. A lot of us end up dry. Now tomorrow morning we start with clouds and some fog. We burn it off though through the middle of the day and it heats up fast. Look at it, 11 o'clock, 85 in Portland, 84 in Sanford. Go forward to the afternoon, 90 Portland, Sanford, 88 Lewiston, 90 in Augusta. So a hot day tomorrow, and I think most of us remain dry with just a shower coming in Thursday night. Then it gets cooler on Friday, still humid, a lot more clouds and a lot more showers through Friday afternoon. We continue to see these slugs of moisture on the edge of this Bermuda high. So Friday looks like a wetter day, not a washout, but a wetter day. As does Saturday, we might start off dry, but more and more showers and storms during the afternoon before we clear out for Sunday. And I think Sunday is actually a pretty decent day, definitely the better of the 2 weekend days. As far as total rainfall here, we're not talking about a ton. It's a ½ inch to an inch in most spots, and this is all the way through Saturday night. So there's a lot of showers around. Here's another graph, so I hope nobody gets upset. You know what's interesting of this pattern going up is that it's almost all about how warm it's going to be overnight. So our average low in Portland this time of the year is 60. Look how we're going to be for the next, 6, 7 nights, way, way above average, which actually is how, as we talked about, a lot of these stations have been reaching these record months. A lot of it's been overnight, and that's what's going to happen here. So it's going to stay really mild overnight and then just rolling through it on Monday, Tuesday in the upper 80s. So summer just keeps rolling on, as it should this time of the year.
I know we've been talking a lot about the air conditioning, and if you bought one this summer, you made a good investment, a good choice. But this is the type of summer where, like, the house doesn't even cool off overnight when you open the windows.
No, the humidity, you can't do anything about it. That's why you gotta buy it.
Right.
And I like the icons more than the charts, by the
Okay,
way,
good,
when you show those.
But you understand the chart.
I understand
That's
the
what's
charts.
important. That's all that matters.
Most of the time.
Thanks, Keith. All right, let's talk about sportsmanship for a quick second. It's a conversation we're having right now on our Facebook and YouTube live streams. A French tennis player totally lost his cool during a match at the City Open in D.C. He slammed his racket onto the ground, broke it, and then threw it again. His opponent tried to calm him down. The French athlete was not having it. He will probably get a hefty fine for this outburst. But 2 fans got some pretty cool souvenirs from that tennis tournament.
That's what you get for causing a racket. And this Nationals player lost his job because he threw his glove down on the mound. Pitcher Sean Kelly was designated for assignment this morning. Nationals manager told the Washington Post that Kelly was disrespectful to the organization. Kelly had just allowed 3 runs, including a homer. Kelly told reporters he threw his glove because he was frustrated with the umpires.
All right, so again, that conversation about sportsmanship, is there a place for that sort of thing?
I gotta ask, so you're a coach,
Sports?
a coach. If one of your girls did this in field hockey, what would you do?
Well, they're young, and
I'd be shocked.
We're also teaching life lessons.
Okay.
They're in middle school, so I think it would be a good opportunity to say, sometimes you got to keep your composure, stay poised, and sometimes things don't always work out in your favor.
And,
right?
unless you're at the professional level, your parents have to pay for those rackets and those the equipment. You
Exactly.
It just doesn't grow on trees.
Exactly. Okay, you know who's being a good sport recently?
Who?
Chipotle. Okay, it's a stretch. After the free guac day turned into broken website day, Chipotle decided to extend its promotion through today. Chipotle's website crashed when too many guac lovers tried to order lunch, and the free avocado was only available for online and app orders. The fast food taqueria is making it up to customers by extending that deal again through today. So you have another shot at it.
Yeah, but a bigger problem than the avocado overload, foodborne illness. Yesterday, we told you the Chipotle restaurant in Ohio was shut down after 130 people reported getting sick. That location has reopened after working with local health officials.
All right, a lot more news coming up on News Center Maine at 5:30. Let's check in with Amanda Hill, who has a preview of what's coming up ahead in our next half hour.
For the record, I'm still hungry for Chipotle despite the foodborne illness. All right, we all know that police departments are struggling all over the country to find new officers. But coming up, we're going to take a look at what the Bangor Police Department is doing to attract future officers. And the Lobster Festival is underway. We will tell you what's new and different this year. That's all ahead on News Center at 5:30.
All right, Amanda, sounds good. Now I'm craving burritos too.
And guacamole.
Brain drops when we come back. All right, my friends.
We have so much to catch up on, all the way back to
Rachel.
We got to talk about J-Lo's pants or boots. That's how far back we are on this one.
Wait, Rachel Harvey says, "Oh my God, what a baby," and I think she's referring
to another comment about sportsmanship.
Yeah. Well, I think maybe the tennis racket outburst.
All right, let's start with this. Kathy wants to know what does my wife say about me watching J-Lo's pants falling down? What do you have to say about that?
I think we all agreed that if you could afford those boots to buy me, then it's like whatever.
Okay. So that means
I have no comment.
That means I'm in trouble.
It would look better on Lindsay.
Yeah, thanks, Katie Ortiz.
See, don't be that woman who's like that.
Yeah, no.
And then Tina's saying, good sportsmanship, play nice, play fair, be respectful to all. No arguing with officials. Now, Tina, I am an official.
What are we talking about today?
Some clouds. Rachel, can you go to the next page? Because I want to point something out to you.
I'm going to go turn our little camera around.
Yeah, can you go to the next
also,
one?
thanks, Liam. Actually, you know how you just moved so guys, Liam just moved the camera by, don't listen engineers, by pulling a cord to move the camera. And today, Liam just said, I want to attach floss to my camera so that when I'm out in the field, I can like turn it and it looks like someone that is there shooting for me, but really I'm just moving it. Yeah, and then someone said use fishing wire because then it's clear and it's sturdier. So I actually might buy some to do just that. Tina says, good sportsmanship, play nice, play fair, be respectful to all, no arguing with officials, don't be afraid to applaud a good play, even if it's on the opposing team, have fun. Tina, I might print out your comment and then give that to my girls next season. That was good. Tina must be a coach.
Can we go back, Rachel, to the other one? The viewer question. Okay, thanks.
Can I take a guess at what this cloud is called?
Well, if you didn't just see it, I guess.
Wait, I didn't.
Okay, yeah, go. There you go. Oh.
Stand by.
That's it. No time to guess.
Scales.
All right, viewer question tonight. Got this on my Facebook page, and she wanted to know what the name of this cloud was. It's kind of an interesting little pattern there, huh? It's an ultracumulus cloud. So there are cumulus clouds, cirrus clouds, stratus clouds, and there are mixes, hybrids of them. So if you go on Wikipedia, this is what you'll find. Go down to the end, and you'll see a picture on the right that looks almost exactly what she just showed us.
Sure.
These sometimes precede warm fronts, so it's kind of a mixture of that low-level cloud mixed in with the mid-level cloud. And so a lot of times, back in the day, they recognized what this would mean. So someone wrote, this means it's going to rain. They're called fish clouds. So it doesn't always mean it's going to rain, but often it is in front of a warm front, and therefore it does work out that way.
Is the term Simpsons cloud a real thing? Like
no.
the ones from
is
the
that what you're
cartoon?
thinking? Oh, like cumulus clouds.
Yeah.
Is what it would be.
But not Simpsons clouds.
It's not like
You don't refer to it as Simpsons
not
clouds.
normally.
Oh, I got to learn a lot.
All right, Keith, thanks so much. News Center Maine at 5:30 starts right now. All right, everybody. Clay, say goodbye to our Facebook viewers because you're out of here after today.
Let me talk to them for a second.
Okay.
Guys, thank you for inviting me to your YouTube device and Facebook.
All right. Me and Sammy holding down the fort tomorrow. We'll see you guys.